Hi there, welcome to Wine Searcher. Evidently, it's National Drink Wine Day in the US. It's been suggested to me that it's Global Drink Wine Day. Either way, we've never needed much of an excuse at Wine Searcher to pop a cork and try wine. So what I did this week was I asked the staff what they'd like to try in our Friday staff tasting, and one of the requests I had was for a White Burgundy. Looking around, what I was able to find was this. It's a Saint-Romain from a producer called Meo-Camuzet. So Saint-Romain, one of the less famous villages of the Côte de Beaune, to the bottom end of the Côte d'Or in Burgundy. We're slightly northeast of Meursault here. There's a sort of a valley goes up through Orsi-Durès to Saint-Romain. You tend to find the wines there are often good value alternatives to things like Chassagne and Pouligny-Montrachet or Meursault. And also there are some perhaps slightly lighter reds as well, can be good value. The domain in question, Meo-Camuzet, well, actually, it's not the Domaine Méo-Camuzet. As you can see here, this is Meo-Camuzet Frere Sœurs. So this is the negociant arm of the family. So in other words, this is a wine made with grapes that they have purchased into the business. That having said, sometimes people have a slightly negative view of negoce. That's not the case with a good modern Burgundian negoce who will supervise most of the grape growing that goes on. They will decide how vines are pruned, the sort of yields, the date of harvest. They'll often send in a picking crew themselves just to make sure that all the details are exactly as they wanted them. So the difference between an estate wine and a negoce wine is not necessarily that enormous these days. Meo-Camuzet, just to put them in perspective, well-known domain based in Vosne-Romanée with some fantastic Grand Cru and Premier Cru vineyards around there. So to the wine in question, we've got a pale yellow colour there, giving it a lovely sniff. There's a lovely intensity there. There's a creaminess. There's citrus notes, there's high notes of sort of blossom, there's peachy aroma. There's a lot going on there. I mean, right behind it, there's a tiny touch of cedary oak, little toasty, but that's all beautifully integrated to the fruit aromas there. So to taste it. On the palate, you have two things to begin with. You've got a lovely weight, but also a beautiful, fresh acidity. So it's not a heavy wine, but it's got some presence in the mouth. You can feel a creaminess, a butteriness. There are toasty notes from oak. The fruit has this lovely citric edge again, maybe slightly appley as well. Cedar, vanilla notes are all melded in there, so that you've got a sort of a marzipan-y, almondy mid palate, and then the acidity comes out again at the end and gives you this lovely length and a freshness. I can feel saliva forming on my tongue as a result of that. So giving it good length. Actually, far more impressed with this wine than I thought I would be. These are, as I say, these are often good alternatives to a Meursault or a Pouligny at a slightly lower price bracket, and that's certainly doing it for me. So wherever you are, whatever you're drinking, enjoy Drink Wine Day. Cheers.